Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about loneliness because I woke up this morning feeling lonely. Number one, all of my kids are grown, even though I have two of them that are here and they're working and going to college. They're not young kids, they still have their own lives. And with my husband, working and I work, a lot of times we're tired. So we don't have that same energy that we used to have in the beginning of our marriage, which kind of changed the dynamic sometimes, Here I am at the age of 46 and it's like, wow, like all of my kids have grown up, I've been married for like 26 years. I'm at the end of my career and I am here, I am faced to deal with myself. It's me, myself, and I. I try to do a lot of hobbies. I really love to decorate. Like I love to paint walls because I love to change the atmosphere that I'm in, especially like when I'm feeling down, Sometimes I feel like a fresh room will bring back that zest that you're missing. Shopping is something that kind of, helps take the edge off of a whole lot of stress at the end of the day. Who doesn't like a lot of shopping or retail therapy, I forget the saying, but it's something like when you love something a whole lot and you do it too much, you start to hate it after a while. Yes, it turned into that. So while I still do like to go shopping, I've kind of slowed down a little bit. What did you like to do as a kid? When you were a kid, you didn't spend money all like that, You just went outside, rode a bicycle, you hung out with your friends, you guys went to the movies, those types of things. It's like, as you get older, you'll realize that those are the things that you kind of miss, And it leads me to the point that I'm trying to make. The connections that we have with people now, I hate to be the one to tell you this, a lot of those connections are fake. Be for real. Aren't you tired of seeing all of those people on Facebook posting about their kids, their vacations, their jobs, their husbands, their wives, their cars, just all of that kind of stuff? After the first year of reconnecting with everybody on Facebook or whatever social platform you're on, I'm sure you kind of grew old and tired of it. How many times are you gonna post about your kids? I don't care. I really feel like we are losing that intimate connection with one another. We're so used to just seeing a photo of somebody's family member, even to the point where I remember when I first started seeing people posting about a relative that passed away, I would get the ick. I would get the ick. I would be like, oh my gosh, am I supposed to be seeing this right now? Even posting pictures of the deceased in caskets. This, that's why a lot of you guys are having issues with anxiety. It's some of this stuff is triggering. Are we supposed to be seeing this on a regular basis? On my Facebook page, Monday through Friday, there is going to be at least 2 people that are gonna post about someone who passed away. So that's 2 people per week. So do the math before social media. Did you hear about death so much? I don't think you did. You're not living life because you're anticipating who's next. I'm just gonna be honest. And that's depressing. And I feel like that's the reason why so many people are lonely now, because we don't have those good connections. We have so many bad connections. We have so many just attachments that aren't really healthy. I don't think it's healthy to be attached to Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. It's not. If you're getting just bad news all the time, it's not good. Even if you're getting good news and it's people are always bragging about what they have, or they just got married, just had a baby, just bought a house, or just got a promotion and stuff like that. It's don't get me wrong, you're happy for the person, but you're sitting back thinking when is it going to be my turn? When the hell am I going to get some good news? You monitor your social media account and just see how many posts are going to pop up that are negative for that whole week. How many posts are going to pop up that are positive that week? By the end of the month, you're going to be so full of everybody else's energy. It's just going to turn you into something negative. I just don't think you're going to get anything positive from out of it. So for example, I woke up this morning and I was kind of lonely because I was like, where are my friends? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any. And I don't have any by choice. It's kind of crazy. I'm going to have some, but I'm talking about my friends. I'm talking about the day ones that were supposed to have still been by my side to this day. I'm going to tell you, I have one, and we kind of like stopped talking for a long time. So we talk here and there, but it's not the same. You know, it's not the same. Then I have another friend. Her name is Alyssa. Let me tell you, we haven't talked in years. I accidentally called her the other day, and it was like, as soon I told Siri to call, I was really calling someone else, but the name got mixed up. So it called her instead. And as soon as the phone started ringing and Siri was like calling Alyssa, I was like, oh shit, I couldn't get to my phone fast enough. And I was like, fuck. But by that time she had picked up. So then I had to like play it off. And I was like, girl, what's up? I know it's been a long time. But what have you been up to? You know, and actually that turned out to be one of the best conversations that I've had in so long, because we're not connected on social media. We're not. She does not have Facebook. She doesn't have any of that, you know? So it's like we really were like catching up with each other, and there was a genuine interest, you know? There was a genuine interest, and we actually had missed each other. And when I tell you, she is still crazy. She is so funny to me. And it made my day when she started laughing at me and she said, you are still funny as hell. And it was like, I miss that. I genuinely miss that. Because when you're on social media, or you know, you're making a comment on Facebook or Instagram, you don't really get to show your personality like you would in person when you're talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like some of the things that we were saying and bouncing things off of each other, they were funny as hell, and I had really, really missed that. We did some serious catching up, right? And I remember when she divorced her first husband. She has since had 3 more husbands. So she tells me, you know, like, yeah, it just didn't work out. And then she was like, I was with this one guy, you know, I was with my one husband for almost 10 years. And she says that she was with him for almost 10 years. And for that whole length of time, he had a whole nother girlfriend. He had another life. And I asked her, so you didn't know, like, there weren't any signs, like you couldn't tell that he had another life, like what was going on with that? And she says, no, I couldn't tell. She said, I just couldn't tell. She says, he didn't skip a beat. Like, I couldn't tell. She says he was okay with, you know, them going out together. He never tried to hide her or anything like that. You know, if he said that he was headed out somewhere, if at that time she decided that she wanted to go, she could. It wasn't any kind of shadiness going on. So she never knew. So I'm like, well, how did you find out? I'm going to tell you how she found out. They were at a flea market shopping, right? And let me see if I get this right. So they were at a flea market. Her and her husband were at a flea market shopping. And his girlfriend's son was at the flea market. The son, now mind you, the girlfriend knows all about my friend. The girlfriend knows that he's married to my friend and all that kind of stuff, right? But guess who didn't know? Were her kids. So when the girlfriend's son saw my friend's husband at the flea market, he didn't put them together, because my friend was like, had stepped out the way and was looking at something. So the son just saw the guy, and he just assumed that he was there by himself. So he started talking about, you know, his mother, which was the husband's girlfriend. He started talking about the mother and stuff like that, and everything that was going on in the girlfriend, you know, that life. So my friend started listening, and my friend was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why are y'all talking about another woman? like another life, like something else is going on in another like house, like what is going on. So the guy, you know, he just came clean later on that night and he told her what was up. Plot twist, because you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe what happened. My friend ends up divorcing him, right? She was 3 months. 3 months. If she had stayed with him for 3 months, she would have got half of his shit because he was in the military. She would have got half of his stuff. If she would have stayed with him for 3 more months, that would have been 10 years. She would have been, you know, eligible to get like half of his retirement or something like that, right? But she was in her feelings, rightly so. She was pissed off. She wanted a divorce. She divorced him. He ends up going to the girlfriend, which is so crazy because he was with the girlfriend before he even got married to my friend, right? So why didn't he just marry the girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he ends up marrying the girlfriend after he gets divorced from my friend. And he marries her. Guess what happens? He gets sick. He gets cancer. And the girlfriend who now turned into his wife didn't want to have anything to do with him. Nothing. She wouldn't go to the hospital with him. You know, he was sick. She wouldn't show up. Guess who they called? The hospital people ended up calling my friend. They were calling my friend because guess why? Because he was asking for her. And he kept asking for her. And she was like, he might as well stop asking for me because I'm not getting ready to show up. Just 2 years later, he ends up dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Let me tell you what she said to me. Because this is going to trip you out. Let me tell you what she said. Because this tripped me out. But I understood it. I get it. But this is what tripped me out when she said this. She said, Tamara, if I would have knew about the girl, I might have been okay with it. If he would have just been honest with me and just told me what was going on, I might have been okay with it. And I said, really? Why? She said, because I'm lonely. And despite how things ended and despite how things were at the time when I found out about her, she said that out of all of her husbands, he was the one that treated her the best. I was like, girl, what? I was like, girl, that is deep right there. You just went deep. But she was like, yeah, because loneliness. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? Like, would you consider being in a relationship with someone, even if they had someone else, because of loneliness? I mean, if they were going to treat you right and everything like that, if he didn't miss a beat or she didn't miss a beat, you know what I'm saying? Would you consider being with someone if they had someone else? Because in other cultures, you know, like, it's acceptable. It really, really is. But I was like, whoa, that was a lot. That was a lot to take in. I was like,